Hi folks, so we're back online and going to be doing some Elite Dangerous today. I hope everyone is well, especially given all the current mess in the world. So let's just get into the game. We were doing some bounty hunting in the core. Well, we were playing around with signal sources in the core there, but alas we couldn't find pirate capital ship. Is a pity. There we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to go jump in the crate and go and do some BGS stuff. Boop Brigade have the opportunity, with quite a bit of work, to take over another system. Because they are the second ranked faction in that system, so they can potentially pull it off now. So we're going to go and help them out for a bit. Well, that means we need to swap ships. Right. Cool. Just 3 jumps. So, because the system we're going to be working in only has medium pallets, and because we're going to need a ship that's more multi-role, we're going to have to go bench the Corvette for a bit. Looks like everything's working. Cool.
Fuel scooping.
Alright, we'll get back to SilmarUK as fast as we can.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
So I think we're going to grab the, we'll grab the Krait Mk2. That'll be a good ship.
Fuel scooping. Warning. Temperature critical. Fuel scoop disengaged.
This system looks like it's got bodies. Ooh. Yeah. Not sure about mine in there. Common reserves only. Icy ring, yeah. That's not going to be worth it.
Frameshift drive charging.
Reserves are too low. Not going to have a triple low temperature diamond hotspot. So, yeah. There we go.
4, 3, 2, 1.
There's Jameson.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Okay, so just nip across. Basically, for the BGS work, simplest thing we want to do is missions. There are other ways of affecting BGS factions, but generally speaking, missions is consistently the one to go for, especially if you can get easy to do missions, which can be completed quickly. And only medium pads, we want a good multi-role ship. Basically comes down to ideally using the Python or the Krait. And the Krait is better for combat for me. So hence we're going to take the Krait. I'm coming in behind the station this time. And we'll take a look at this, might be some fun. Distress call. Threat 0. No. A threat 0 distress call means they just want rescuing. And we don't have the necessary kit to rescue someone. So unfortunately we would drop into a threat 0 distress call and be able to do nothing, pretty much.
Access granted. Please head directly for Bay 40.
Going down nicely. Afternoon, Ginger Nuts. Hope you are well. And welcome back to the stream. Oh, while I remember, 11th of April, they're still planning to run the virtual Elite Community Meet in replacement to the real world one that was going to be running. And I'll worth keeping an eye on. And as for me, I am fine, thank you. Being in the UK, they've now shut down a lot more, which of course is necessary. There you go. But yeah, doing all right. Working from home, and as I am a IT consultant, I'm currently not in any danger of losing my job or anything like that. So, you live in London? Yowza. Well, I hope you're alright, because you've obviously got it worse than we have. I'm up in Nottinghamshire. And up here, although it's growing, it's a pretty far behind London, I would say. So I hope you are good. Right. Let us switch over. I think this is our best option. Good, I'm glad you're okay. Got a few friends down in London, one of whom at least has had it. She's got over it. Took a good 7-8 days. Cool. Right, so where do we want to begin? We've not got a fighter hangar installed in this. Right, what have we got this rig for? That fuel scoop's not a problem. We won't be doing too much in the way of flying. Okay, we probably want to put a fighter bay in. Where do I get my arsenic? To be honest, with something like that, when I've gone out specifically looking for it, surface mining, and I've got no specific place I would go, what I tend to do is just get any raw materials I can, probably through mining for me mostly, because you get some raw materials, and then go to a materials trader. So what you might do, if you don't want to do full-on mining, but you've got an SRV, drop down to the surface of any planet, get anything, preferably something from the same family as arsenic, as you will get the best trade-in values, but it doesn't necessarily have to be, and then use a raw materials trader. Yeah, you can get arsenic through the raw materials trader. You do have to have a raw materials trader, so but they're easy enough to find, although you might find yourself going to EDDB to do it. But yeah, well, that's how I get my arsenic. Let's see. That one I fill. Right, so we're not going to necessarily be going for any massively heavy engagements. Let's see if we've got yeah, no problem at all. Let's see if we've got any nice shield cells in storage that are engineered. I would like to have a shield cell bank. Cool. That looks like that will just do the trick very nicely. Right, so utility mounts. We do have some shield boosters. Probably not going to do generic bounty hunting. So not going to want... Yeah, not going to want a kill warrant scanner. May as well grab a heatsink launcher. And let's see if we've got another shield booster in. It's engineered. Okay, none there. Okay. Well, let's just drop one of these in. Are all our hard points loaded up? Yep, I'm good with those. And core internals looks good. Right, so let's get Buford on board. And let's see if there's anything we can engineer. Oh, go on then. We'll put heavy on this. Okay. Oh, we're getting some good rolls. That's as far as we're going to take that realistically. Right. That's all fully done. Yeah. It's all done. Okay, cool. That's the engineering sorted then. Right. So we need just to check. Our power out thing is good. We don't have a kill warrant scanner on this because of the kinds of missions we're going to do. So we're good with that. Right, let's get to where we're going to be going then. Assuming I've got it bookmarked. Looks like the place. Yeah, this is the place. Right, okay, so this is slightly different from... okay, cool. So we want to come into this system. This is the faction that controls it. Here's the Boop Brigade. If we can do some stuff for the Boop Brigade, we can try to get their percentage up. Now, I don't know if they're about to go into war with this lot, but we'll see if we can do some stuff for them before they do, if they are about to go into a war. And if they're not, we want to separate them, because then we've got a straight run to get the influence up to closer to these guys. And we can go to war with them and potentially take the system off of them. As I said before, there's not really much in the way of landing pads here. Only one that could accommodate large ships like the Corvette or the Condor. Refuel, repair, restock, so at least it's got that. They do have missions, but it's a military economy, which means it's somewhat limited. Okay. So, we are... Interesting. I need to make sure I've got limpets as well, though. Let's deal with that first. We want to check in here. We have no limpets, so let's grab some. And okay, cool. 4 jumps. Right. Let's go get to the system we need to be in.
Landing pad. Maintain correct
Landing gear attracted. Frame shift charge detected.
So a few bits and pieces I'm thinking of playing around with. HCS voice packs. I used to use them before I started streaming and had great fun with them. But because of the whole mic setup and stuff when I started streaming, I actually put that on hold. So I think we could sort of bring it back, make things a little bit more fun and interactive. And also, given the current circumstances, as I'm not going to be going out on a Friday and a Saturday night, I may well put 1 or 2 more streams on. I'm not entirely sure yet. I'm not entirely sure what games we would be playing or what we would be doing, but it seems appropriate given that I'm not going to be going out that much. So keep an eye on that, and details as they become available will be on the socials.
3, 2, 1,
Which you can find there. Primarily Twitter and Discord. Okay, doesn't look particularly interesting.
Fuel scooping.
Teeny tiny fuel scoop compared to the last ship.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
So because we're going to be running missions, we're not going to be going more than 10 to 20 light years from the system we start in. So we're not really going to need a fuel scoop once we get there. So I might consider, for example, swapping it out for some more cargo space. Or maybe an SRB bay. By the way, I should really have the weapons selected. Well, actually,
Fuel scooping.
I should have...
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Ooh, 37 bodies. Intriguing. What's this one look like? Okay. Oh, 449,000 light seconds. Well, I'd do it, but I wouldn't particularly fancy it. Reserves depleted. Icy ring, yeah. Not particularly of interest.
Frameshift drive charging.
This next star is a brown dwarf. So no scoop in there. Not a system we've been to before though, so...
System scan complete.
Okay, it's literally just a brown dwarf star. So not what you would call interesting. But as a brown dwarf, it has a big exclusion zone relative to us. So some caution when flying past it. So, this is something of a know-nothing system, to be honest. There's not an awful lot here, but we do have a base with large pads here, and we do have these starports. Refuel, repair, but not restock. Refuel, repair, and restock. So what we want to do is we want to pick up missions for the Boop Brigade. So simplest way of doing that is to go to the closest one, then the next, and the next, and see what's on offer. You can have 20 missions at once. So we stop taking missions when either A, we no longer have any good ones, or B, we've hit 20. Be wary here. Now we will have dropped probes into these for mining sites before. Oh, a couple of unidentified signal sources, you say. Resource extraction site hazardous. So, you know, there is potentially some bounty hunting potential here. Encoded emissions. Well, encoded emissions can have some nice bits in it. Weapons fire detected. Prep 4. Why not? This is going to disappear very soon, so we're going to drop into this one first. Actually, no. There's no guarantee that whatever's in there is going to help the Boop Brigade. In fact, it may harm it because we may end up working for someone other than the Boop Brigade. Here, there should be some snacky stuff to grab. And we're not likely to harm the Boop Brigade by doing it. So, we're going to drop into this one. Looks like planetary base we want is just that. So particularly because I'm doing more engineering these days, I'm always on the lookout for materials. The first thing dropping into one of these, slow down, you don't run into debris or something you might want to pick up, or target ships, private data beacon, the mechanical equipment we can use, but the worn shield emitters we can't. Right.
Cargo scoop deployed.
So we're going to start off picking this up. We're going to get ambushed. It will probably trigger when we pick something up or we get close to it. My shields are good, so that Reggae should hit me. It wouldn't have done anything. Okay, there's also the private data beacon, which is intriguing. So we want to scan that.
Incoming message.
Ah, we got some nice data, so that was all right. What's the message? It's just the things we picked up, nothing more. All in all, successful. I didn't want to do that.
Cargo scoop retracted.
Right.
Frameshift drive.
Let's get down to this planetary port and start looking for missions.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Orbital flight engaged.
Slow down a bit more. looks pretty cool actually. Big craters. Dropped in quite nicely. Alright, where are we going to land? Landing me there, alright. Okay. 0.15 Gs. Zerg Forever 07 back to you, sir. I hope you are well. And welcome back to the stream.
Landing gear deployed.
Right, that'll do nicely.
Scan detected.
Maintain current rate of descent.
Oh, no, didn't quite overdo that. Very pretty.
The Federation and our sponsors would like to extend our regards to all incoming pilots. We make sure our facilities
Just scanning the ship for data. And no data. Right. You are washing your hands so often these days. I'm surprised everything's skit. Yeah, I know.
Touchdown.
I
Deploying
know.
ground
After hand sanitizer and soap, the next biggest thing will be moisturizer. Lots of people are having to learn about the wonders of moisturizing their hands. Yeah. Right. Getting excited there, but I can only take missions here from the Boop Brigade. So illegal black box salvage operation. PR Piscium. I get scanned on my way back in here. I get fined. Liberating Bootleg Ligger and liberation of hostages is always difficult, so none of them are particularly attractive. Again, illegal black box salvage operations. Well, if that's what's on offer, that's what's on offer. So you know things are serious in the UK when Premiership go, yeah, indeed. Indeed. Let's take all of these. Want to be careful when you're taking missions for BGS stuff because you cause more damage if you have to drop them because you misread something. Yeah. Some local friends of mine done a very good job setting up a Discord server. So last night we all piled onto that, playing or watching people play Jackbox party games while having a beverage or two. It's actually a pretty good night, to be honest.
Landing gear retracted.
Landing coupler disengaged. Clear to leave controlled airspace.
Certainly feeling better about things afterwards. Okay, that's the other side of the star, isn't it? Right, so far.
Frameshift drive charging.
Actually worked pretty well.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
How tasty was the milk I was drinking? bit stronger than milk. I only had a couple of bottles of beer. I do have some friends who were spent a good part of today recovering from hangovers because they overdid it. I had a couple of nice IPAs and left it at that. Yeah, I have to say this is all horrible situation and unprecedented in our time, but I'm kind of glad it's happening in some ways now rather than say 10 years ago when the internet wasn't as developed. Because that would have been much more of a nightmare. Right. You've been enjoying some of the red wines lately. Very tasty with dinner. Fair enough. Absolutely fair enough. Streaming is a perfect way to, yeah. Yeah, that's very true actually, both parts of that. It's a good way to stay connected, yet you and yeah, isolated. Just yeah, what the guy who's running the Discord server was doing, he was, because they've upped their limit to 50 people on Discord for their streaming and group video calls. We were playing Jackbox games, so obviously there were 8 people who were actually playing in it, and you could dive into a browser on your phone or on your laptop and connect to the game and be an audience member, but he was also streaming it on Discord so everyone could see what was on his screen. So even if you weren't an audience member or connected to in Jackbox or an actual player, you could still see everything that was going on, and it worked really well. I mean, I think at one point we had 20 plus people probably watching. So, and yeah, Discord coped with it pretty good. So, yay! Alright, so we got some illegal black box salvages. So yeah, I don't know if there's any plans for tonight, but there's definitely a plan to
Warning.
repeat
Frame
that.
shift drive operating beyond safety limits.
Next Friday night, which is cool. Okay. Right. Just scanning to see if there's any more ships. There are not. And Krait has pretty good view from the cockpit. Bye bye, gas giant. Right, how are we doing? We need to slow a little bit because we're not on 7. Okay, we're under 1 mm per second, so that's good. You feel for the poor folk in China and Italy. Yeah, the news out of Italy is yes. Yeah, it is. I do really feel for them. I mean, things in terms of lockdown, although of course absolutely necessary, are not great in the UK. But
Request granted.
you can still leave your house. As long as you're sensible about things, you're at no particularly greater risk. Obviously, you should
Landing gear deployed.
not be spending the whole day out, but if you want to walk in the park, you can take a walk in the park. Some parts of those countries you can't. You're literally stuck in your house all day. And a lot of people there have either died or are dying, so yeah.
Docking successful. Engines
Right, let's see what
disengaged.
missions we can get here. Yeah, your wife and you still go out for a daily walks, but we're very careful. But yeah, that's it. As long as you can do that, you are not causing any issue. Just be careful of what you're doing. And obviously you need to go out to get food and that, because food deliveries at the moment are apparently a bit of a bugger to arrange. Right, so assassinate a known pirate, but that is a wing mission, which will be unnecessarily tough. But these two, interesting. The systems for these, Wolf 1329, RBS 1843, and BR Piscium. So that one is already in the system we're going to. Here in BC it's easy to keep your distance from other people. I would imagine in the UK it would be more difficult. Yeah, as a general rule you're correct. I mean, if I go for a walk around the park it's not hard at all. But if I go into the centre of town because I need to do some shopping, yeah, it's more difficult. Mrs. Featherbottom. Okay. Right, we'll take that as well. In terms of those, that's more along the lines of finding the goods. So, food cartridges, bauxite, food cartridges and domestic appliances. They should be the easiest to find. Yeah, I know, Featherbottom. Produced by FK Query, which is a system we are now going to. You can see that just there. So let's check the domestic appliances. If they actually are particularly interested. Yeah, there they are. Also produced in FK Query. I suppose it's better than Fanny Wacker. Yes, it is. It is, yes. Right, I have been here. Okay. That's not bad. Our cargo capacity maximum would be 80. There's no difference. We don't want to make multiple trips, so we'll just take that one. And from here we'll leave it at that. So we want to drop into the next station. Yeah, Psyche's Boop Brigade, yeah. That's what Psyche decided to call it. So she's in charge.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Hey. On the off chance that anyone watching does not know about Psyche.
4, 3, 2, 1.
You can find her there. And she is really well worth a follow. Right. Last station. We currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 missions. With some missions being more than one mission in the system. So we want things that are relatively simple. Data courier missions would be ideal. Simple transportation, simple go grab something or blow a single individual up rather than having to take out lots of pirates. All good stuff for this. Oh, a little bit of data there. And a bit more. Nice. Some good bounty hunting around here. We've also got some signal sources. Which, if any of them are Boop Brigade, would help the Boop Brigade if we completed it. But none of them are. So, we will concern ourselves with the station. You know what, I'm going to grab some materials from in there as well. Go. Oh, we got some mechanical scrap again, which is useful. And we've got another data beacon, which is also cool. So, let's grab the scrap first. Maybe we can go a little faster. Data beacon.
Cargo scoop retracted.
Don't need that anymore.
Incoming message.
Fair enough. Go pick up some missions.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Okay, we're not being warned about any enemies, so... Oh, okay, just a cruise ship then. Oh. Sometimes the pirate will buzz you before they try and take your stuff, so it's worth keeping an ear.
Docking request granted. Landing gear deployed.
There we go.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Alright, last point, we can pick up missions in this system at this time. So, Boop Brigade. That's potentially going to take some time to do, but maybe not a lot. However, let's look at this system. Okay, will very well have red zones. Even so, I don't want to get drawn into stuff like that. Certainly don't want to get drawn into that. So, we'll take that one. We'll take that one. And that one. And that one. Covert data retrieval. Potentially not easy to do at all. Not a type I particularly specialise in. It's going to be one of these with the pluses. And they've all got 3 pluses. So they're all high security. You know, if there was one with 1 plus, I would be tempted. I've not really done much of those. So no, I don't think we'll take that. That will get me a bounty. Which is going to be annoying. And that's a wing assassination mission which we want to avoid. Because they're not the most efficient way of doing things. So, as you can see, we've now got missions taking us to any number of systems.
Frame shift charge detected.
So that's going to be the closest. Wolf 1329. Right, so in just a moment we will set off to Wolf 1329 and try and whiz through these as quickly as we can. But I just need to take a very quick bio break, so if you'll just bear with me for a moment, please stretch your legs, grab yourself a water, and I will be back in a couple of minutes. Okay. Right, so before we fly anywhere, missions might have refreshed. Unlikely, but possible. So let's just, before we fly off, see if there's anything else. There's a couple of bits. Okay, cool. Right, let's go do some things. Some of which are legal, some of which are not.
Ship released. Engines engaged. Landing gear retracted. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Mission objective detected.
Okay. Right, so we're going to start off. Scan the system first. Okay. Not too bad. Right. We're going to need to scan this system properly. Aha. Right, that's interesting because that's going to be one of the missions. Right. Okay, so we're just mapping everything at the moment. Alright, what we got here? Okay. something else there. There it is. More they still. Alright. Still more. And what we got here? Right. A lot in this system.
Incoming mission critical message.
Aha. Well, that was useful. Okay. And what's in here? All sorts. And still got, yeah.
System scan complete.
Right. We've got the lot. There's still some signal sources. So we'll just capture some of these. Okay, that'll do. That will do. Right. So, having fairly extensively mapped the system, you got one there, you got one there, and that's it. So we need to find missing black box. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's just the two black boxes. Right. Threat 2, so there will be some resistance.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Shouldn't be anything we can't handle with Threat 2 though. However, there is a second point. Okay, we are kind of heading to that one as well. Good. Let's see, 5:15, so... Yeah, some of these we've only got a day. Some of them we've got multiple days, so... we may have to prioritise some over others. Something I didn't check actually. Ah, we're in the wrong system now. Oh, I didn't check exactly what the Boop Brigade's additional information was. Need to do that. Right, so we should be picking stuff up in here. We can expect resistance. So let us adjust our points accordingly. This is a medium security system, so there will be a police response. And if we are picking up illegal salvage on this one, then we will need to be mindful of needing to be away before the police arrive and try and scan us.
Mission objective detected.
Right, no obvious pirates yet, that's good. Okay, so this is illegal salvage. Right. That's the closest one. So we're going to drop out a decoy fighter.
Commencing fighter deployment.
There's the pirates.
S-11 online. Standing by.
Cargo safe deployed.
Okay, that's the canister of clothing.
Multiple hostile ships in this sector, Commander. Let's not throw them all on us at once.
We need to get these boxes and leave. As nice as it would be to blow the pirates up, these are illegal cargo, and when the police find us, we can end up in a lot of trouble. So Buford will be giving them something to worry about. Our shields are holding.
I'm taking hull damage, Commander.
Yes, Buford, that is your job here. You're doing it superbly.
Mission objective complete. Incoming
Right.
message.
Regulated speed for automated retrieval, Commander.
Okay, the police just turned up. We've got to go.
Cargo safe retracted. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Cool. And because the police didn't scan me, I haven't picked up any fines or bounties, and they're none the wiser of the fact I've just grabbed something that they probably didn't want me to. So there should be another one, which this time is listed as a threat 0. Now as long as there are no pirates here, we're good. But if there are pirates here, then a police response could happen, and that would be a problem. Because if they scan me, I've got the police after me. But for now, it's all good. I've no doubt I could have taken those pirates, but it would have been a mistake. tactically. So. Okay, so hopefully this will not be quite as fraught as the last one was. Actually, we just need to check something. The one we just did requires us to go to the planetary base. Cool. Going well.
Mission objective detected.
Illegal salvage. Right, so we want to add grain to the ignore list. Okay. What we're hoping here is,
Cargo scoop deployed.
because we're not going to be shot at, hopefully.
Programming limpet drone.
That may target a specific thing. I may have done that too soon. In which case it will expire, which is annoying.
Collector limpet expired.
Yes. Okay.
Programming limpet drone.
Because everything else on collector limpets are faster, yes. The problem last time was there was so much fire going around that your collector limpets get blown up and you're rolling the dice as to whether it's faster to scoop it manually, particularly with only 3 things, or as a collector limpet faster. Here, because I'm not being attacked, collector limpet is faster. And a lot less stressful. Yeah, it's not to say that the collector limpets will get blown up, but it's an also common thing. Right,
Mission objective complete. Incoming mission critical message.
we need to start prioritizing these based on the amount of time we have left to do them. These two are the lowest. FK Equiri and BR Priscium. Right. This is going to get interesting because we're carrying illicit cargo. Should have done the pirate assassination missions first, because then if the police turn up, they are simply an
Gear
aid.
retracted. Cannot comply. Frameshift drive charging.
Somehow destroying a feather bottom doesn't seem much of an accomplishment. No. No, it does not, does it? But it's got to be done. You know, got to blow the ship up.
4, 3, 2,
Psyche has spoken.
mission objective detected.
Right, so first things first. Scan the system. We are still carrying illicit cargo in this system, but we do need to avoid police entanglements. Okay, so here be careful when you're checking your missions, by the way, that you don't accidentally abandon one. We've got black box salvage. And we've got Crockett. We've got 2 black box salvage. Okay, well at the moment trying to see. Oh, there we go. So those are probably our black box salvage. Aha! That's probably, given the amount of money on offer for the assassination mission. The assassination one. Okay, so we should have all 3 of our mission targets now found. So there's the threat 3, there's a threat 0, there's a threat 0. Right, so we're going to start off, we're going to head out to the furthest and then head back in. And we want to do the assassination last because the police are more likely to turn up. Oh, ships. Scan for data. No data. Just some data. Obliterating pirate Fanny Hatchcracker would look much better on the CB. Yes, I suppose it would. Yeah, I'm elite combat. The CV's good enough. Ship. And we got some data off that one. Okay, so hopefully this will be a straightforward grab.
Mission objective detected.
And there's a ship. This might not be a straightforward grab. Who are you? Oh, you're the pirate we're looking for. Okay.
Under attack.
Well, that's annoying.
Impulse attack. Trajectory disruption.
Because the police are going to turn up.
Shields offline.
Shouldn't have done that, mate. My shields are a lot stronger than yours. Let's go with your power plant. Too soon. Just trying to run. Good. Right. Police response is in place.
Mission critical message. Frameshift drive.
I have to get out of here.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Now I just hide out in space for a moment. So that one has disappeared. The one we just jumped out of has disappeared. The threat free's gone because we've taken the pirate out. So here's where we go. And hopefully we avoid the police turning up. But the mission's kind of cool because of these additional complications. We must be mindful of them.
Mission objective detected.
Okay, so what we got? Cool. Everything else is on the ignore list. Copy
Programming
collector.
limit drone. Cargo scoop deployed.
Got cargo hatch. And get close so that it's all done as quickly as possible. So the pirate tried to ambush us and we blew him to pieces and got away before the police could interfere. All in all, good little fight. Okay, so that's this one cleared out.
Mission objective complete. Incoming mission critical message. Cargo scoop retracted. Frameshift drive charging.
Let's get back into Super Cruise.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
It was just then the second one wasn't showing up. There it is. It's reappeared now we're in Super Cruise. Okie dokie. So hopefully this is a repeat of the last one. Slow down a bit. Okay.
Mission objective detected.
Cool. See what the contacts are. That's fair enough.
Programming limit drone. Cargo scoop deployed.
They seem to have red lights, the ones it's going to collect. Never realised that. Yeah, because that one's got red lights, and that one, which is another canister, has got blue or white lights.
Mission objective complete. Cargo scoop
Okay.
retracted. Incoming mission critical message.
So, Mrs. Featherbottom needs to be taken out. We can probably get our domestic appliances here. I thought I had a black box salvage, but that might not be the case in this system. Oh, enemy ships are coming after me. Incoming enemy alert. 270,000 credits. That's for that one. Those ships are out there now. Well now. I'm being hunted.
Frameshift drive
Which is
charging.
going to make things interesting. We have a pirate to kill in this system, but another group of pirates are hunting us.
Mission objective detected.
Right, so the first thing I'm doing is seeing if there is anything. Yeah, a ship just appeared behind me. That's going to be one of the pirates, not the person I'm after. Right. If we've detected it, where is it? Right, we don't know where they are. Okay. We're going to have to deal with this pirate. Easiest way to deal with them is to let them come to me. There we go. There's my target. Where are they? So I'm manoeuvring so he can't get behind me easy. But unfortunately, the place I've got to get to, he's too far away. He will get an interdiction on me. Trying to interdict someone who's trying to interdict you is possible, but it's a pain in the arse normally. There's the interdiction, so we're going to submit. And then we're going to run.
Under attack. Frameshift drive charging.
It's a high security system.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
Cool. It's a high security system. Oh dear. Okay. So that would actually be a good thing normally, but it means that when we engage the pirate, the police are going to turn up very quickly. Now what would be wise at this point would be to go back to where I hand everything in, hand in the illicit cargo, and come back with a clean slate. But that would be less fun, so I'm not going to do that. Well, the guy who was hunting us hasn't reappeared, which is good. Let's get ready for combat. Let's drop a fighter.
Prepping fighter bay. Stand by.
Right, you
All systems are go. Awaiting orders.
are not the pirate. You're the ships the pirate's going to attack. You're the pirate. Mrs. Featherbottom in person. Completely oblivious. Right now. Hi.
Roger, Commander. My attack near target.
Police have arrived.
Enemy is fleeing. Target their subsystem, Commander.
We've got them.
Incoming mission critical message.
And we're out of here before the police scan us.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
So that was kind of nice. Right, we wanted to pick up some domestic appliances. So, industrial refinery, industrial refinery, industrial refinery. So we should be able to pick those up from any of these. Something... One of these two would be better. They're smaller stations. They don't tend to have police scanning you as you come in. That's a proper starport. They will be scanning you as you come in. You would be better off not trying it there. So let's see if we can... and there is one of the pirates that's hunting us. Now the problem we've got is it's a high security system. If I take the time out to engage it, the police are going to be on us both pretty quick. And they are bound to scan me at some point. So I'm left in the annoying position of having to run from someone I could take out. Because I don't want the additional complications of the police scanning it.
Under attack. Frameshift drive charging.
Yep, police response units just turned up.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
But because he's the one that interdicted me, it takes longer for his FSD to reset so that he can jump out again, and he'll be engaged by the police in the meantime. Yeah. Oh, spoils the view a bit. Right. Is Tim Hunter back out there? Not yet.
Docking request granted.
Now we've got to be careful because Tim could turn up here. Okay, that other ship that's out there on the sensor is just a Type 6, so that's not Tim, he's in an Anaconda.
Landing gear deployed.
So we should be able to buy our goods unmolested.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Right, and there's other things we can do here. We can refuel. And we can look to see if there's any bounties we can hand in. That's always nice. Ah, now this is a refinery. We may be out of luck with the domestic appliances. Yeah, we are. That's annoying. It says it's industrial refinery, but its exports are of a refinery, not industrial. They all show that though. Avey, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome on in, folks. Welcome on in. Doing a little bit of Elite Dangerous today. And trying to avoid getting arrested at the moment. Hello there, Jack Wimslow. Welcome on. Or Gaia, thank you. Right. Can I find listings for domestic appliances? I can. Early City. No. Serio Hub. Hi AV. Yes, I am having lots of fun. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for the raid. It's greatly appreciated. I hope you had a good time on your stream. What were you doing? And seriously, if anyone's not already following AV, they really need to be, so. She is very good. Thank you. Right, let us see. Aha, it's a planetary base. This is where we need to get them. That's alright. You've shouted me out enough times. So were you doing Elder Scrolls Online or something else today?
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Oh, sorry, Jack. No problem. It is set to be quite militant, Nightbot.
Frameshift drive charging.
No harm done.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
So I am doing some missions for the Boop Brigade, which is Psyche's faction. And the problem I've got is I'm carrying illicit cargo in a high security system, which means I'm having to try and avoid any police entanglements. And I'm also being hunted by pirates. The engine sound of a Krait Mk2 is literally the sexiest thing. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. It has a very good engine sound. Right. I need to run away from this anaconda that's going to try and interdict me, because the police are going to turn up very quickly. Let's just double check. Oh, here we go. Let's try it again. I'd love to blow this guy to pieces, but I can't take the risk.
Under attack. Frameshift drive charging.
Yep, there's the police. Their message just popped up.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
If it was a low security system, I could take my time. But I can't. Right, let's make sure we are going to the right place. Goal's got commodities and it's industrial. Yeah, that looks like it is the right place. Right. Unfortunately, there's going to be police patrols there, so if we get scanned, it's going to be awkward. I have been playing... That's a good point, Genesis. I'd forgotten that. Or Genesis, apologies. I've been playing Elite Dangerous since it came out. So 5 odd years. let's focus on what we're doing, because the pirate is not going to be a problem.
Orbital flight engaged.
Thank you for that. Jack, thank you very much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Right. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, we're just doing some BGS work. We're just completing some missions. The missions I got was a mix of legal and illegal, so makes it slightly more interesting. Right, 0.39 Gs, okay.
Jalisi, Kilo Romeo Alpha, we set aside a landing pad for you, Commander. It's good to have you. Access
I will
granted.
be
Proceed to
mindful of
landing
the
pad
gravity.
07.
Right. So I want to get down as fast as I can, just in case there's a cop out there who scans me. But I'm doing it in a gravity world.
Landing gear
Means
deployed.
my ship is a bit unstable. I'm doing good. As long as I'm down on the pad before any scan completes, they could start scanning me and I'd still be good. Cool. Getting a message there from traffic control about they'll take action against any criminal activity.
Bombardment ready. Welcome, Commander.
Uncomfortable. Right. We want domestic appliances. Cool. Our mission is to donate 54 of them. So that's good. That's only going to leave us with 8 tons in the inventory. We have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, which is 6. At 3 apiece, that's going to be another 18 tons. Now that one is 3 days, 12 hours. So that is an RDS 1843. And it's the last one that's actually listed as being illegal. So I think we do want to try and pick this one up. I've never been to this system, so I don't know what its layout is. Okay, the other thing we need to do is just see if any of our other missions are also in there. The legal ones. Because we can get confused.
Surface recon vehicle operators. Do not obstruct thoroughfares within the port perimeter. Blockages will be removed
Cool.
in due course.
We've got one more pickup that's illegal. We hand stuff in, and then we can finish off the legal ones while still being pursued by a group of pirates. Actually, no, when we hand the missions in, the pirates will stop.
catch complete. Expedite climb to exit altitude.
Oh, I do like the Krait. Yeah.
Frameshift drive charging.
You're
Okay.
clear to resume own navigation. FFC out.
Let's see if Tim Hunter follows us to this system.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Mission objective detected.
Right. I think, yeah, no one's appeared immediately, which is good. That's a Sidewinder, that's not Tim. Right. Trying to find the particular mission source, which will be marked as orange and will be the one we're looking for. Okay, let's just start mapping everything then. Okay, what we got here? Okay, that just glitched. Don't know why that just glitched, but it did just glitch. Cool. We got a lot of stuff in here. Oh, here we go. Here's Tim. Right. Come on then, Tim.
Commencing fighter deployment.
Let's get out of analysis mode. Yeah, here we go again.
SLS is
Hi,
online.
Tim.
Standing by.
Didn't take the hit, did you? There's power plant targeted. As the shield's gone, police aren't here yet.
I'm taking home damage, Commander.
Lucky shot with the plasma, took out his power plant.
Hull at 50%. Hull is critical. I can't take any more hits, Commander.
I caused his power plant to go
I'm not picking
critical.
up any more threats on my scanner.
Tim is gone. Bye bye, Tim. there was a an element of luck in that. When I fired my plasmas once his shields drop, his power plant dropped from about 100% to about 5%. And then, luck again, his power plant went critical and he exploded at 75% heart. So that was really quite lucky, and Tim now regrets his life choices. Well, he's stuck in his escape pod.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Unfortunately, there's 3 more of them out there. Tim should have listened. And the power of plasma accelerators, absolutely. I love plasma accelerators. And railguns. They are fun weapons. Right. Does help as well when you're losing 2 large plasma accelerators. Right, so
Incoming mission critical message.
hello. Have we found you? We have. We've not necessarily found the Pacific point it's at. Ah. You like your railguns about to play with PAs with the Krait Mk2 build? Our targeting is a bit of a learning curve. Yes, it is. The railguns are easier to target. Right, let's see if we can do the same again. If you could get out.
Telepresence for fighter control. Fighter deployed. I'm here if you need me.
There's a trick with these plasmas. I've taken the focused weapon mod in engineering. Speeds up the shot. Which means you don't have to lead so much. I would highly recommend it. The plasma. Still no police.
Looks like you got a runner, Commander. Let's take them out before they jump.
Yeah, you're going nowhere.
Mission critical message.
Roger that.
I think the speed, mine are grade 5 engineered focused weapons, and I think the speed of the shot might be almost double what it normally is. It's not really fast, but it is easier to aim with. Right.
Retrieval complete. Fighter bay is secure.
Oh, wait a second. Proprietary composites, chemical series. Some of that stuff we want. Does seem like a massive improvement, as you said, having to lead with them. Yeah, unengineered having to lead with them is a pain. Having them engineered makes a big difference. Let's pick up some of the goodies.
Cargo scoop deployed.
What security is this system? The police haven't turned up once yet. Medium? I'm surprised. Must be on their coffee break. Donuts, obviously. Yeah, absolutely. I've picked a good time to be carrying illegal cargo in their system. I do love the views in this game. Right, there will be another pirate. There will be another 2 pirates.
Frameshift drive charging.
Let's see if we can do this.
3, 2.
Sound design for you, no game top tip. Sound design is very good. It's won awards and well deserved. There's the other one. They are coming thick and fast in this system. That's interesting. That's not the name I was expecting. Are you an independent pirate? Yeah. There's another... Oh no. There's 2 pirates. I've got 2 pirates on me. Yeah. Uber is issued a threat. So we've got an elite federal assault ship and an anaconda. We're going to have some fun because they're going to, when one of them pulls us out, the other one's going to drop in shortly afterwards. So we're going to have to fight both. Right, that's exactly what we're looking for. Okay. We need to get our fighter out to act as a distraction.
Understood. Booting up telepresence for fighter control.
Gaining heat. Under attack.
Fighter is ready. Give the order, Commander.
And the anaconda should turn up soon. Right. Just focusing on my fighter. There's the anaconda. Okay.
Take the target, Commander. I'm moving in
Let's
for
deal with
attack.
this one. Kick the tires and light the fires and let's do this. I like it.
Under attack.
A little around.
Shields down. I need covering fire. I need support. Taking damage.
Anaconda's got shield cells. shields are stronger than it, and its shields have gone down. Power plant's gone. And you're not the only one with shield cells.
Mission critical
Looks
mass.
like we got him. I'm not picking up any more threats on my scanner. Regulate speed for automated retrieval, Commander.
Programming limpet drone. Collector limpet expired. Cargo scoop deployed.
Okay. Yeah, that would be illegal salvage. So we want to ignore them.
Automated retrieval complete, Commander.
I think our fighter coming back in. Yeah, that went well. I think my fighter coming back in actually took out my collector limpet. Turns out there's nothing to collect. Everything else that's out there
Cargo scoop
we don't want. So that was good. Now, messages. Alan Bennett, the last of the pirate. The ship is big. It's a medium-sized ship. Speed. So it's about the middle of the range. In terms of actual size, in the real world, it's a big ship. But it's not a large ship in game.
Cannot comply.
To give you an idea, that Anaconda's bigger than mine. That Anaconda's the size of an American football stadium.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
But this is a medium ship. It can land at medium pads and such like, which means it's a really good multi-role ship. Alright, let's find this again. So it really gets you the name of the NPCs, yeah. Yeah, a number of the NPC names were done in the Kickstarter. It was one of the goals. So you can sometimes tell which ones were probably suggestions from the Kickstarter. Right, no one's turned up yet. To be honest, given how lax the police are in this system, I would really like them to turn up in this system. There they are. You've had a Jeremy Hunt. Haha. I bet that was satisfying. Okay. Shields are almost fully recharged. Let's do this.
Understood. Booting up telepresence for fighter control. Fighter is ready. Keep the order, Commander.
Nice. He's so focused on the fighter. He's allowed me to take his shields down without trying to stop me. Now he's got the idea. That's it blowing up.
Incoming mission
Okay,
critical
Commander. to mothership.
Nothing to worry about there. Nothing we want. So that's all the pirates done. So far.
Fighter is locked down. We're good to go, Commander.
Right.
Frameshift drive charging.
So we should be able to complete this in peace now.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Oh well, I'm betting you could have spent your time with your family. Yeah, you should have taken retirement. There we go. Well, you know. Just because you're in a bigger ship doesn't mean you're going to win the fight. Marvin, good
Mission
evening.
objective detected.
Welcome back to the stream. Alright, what we got? Only the black boxes are selected. Good.
Programming limit drone. Cargo scoop
So,
deployed.
assuming that no one jumps out on us and tries to interfere. This will be relatively straightforward, this bit. There we go, last one.
Mission objective complete. Incoming mission critical message. Cargo scoop
Okay.
retracted.
We could do another 2. That's Ross 671. That would make the most sense. Ross 671. Actually, no. I need to hand these in. Let's be sensible. You like the Python ship? Python is a very good ship. The Python and the Krait Mk2, in my opinion, are the 2 best multi-role ships in the game because they can both land on medium pads. The Python is better for things like mining and trade. The Krait Mk2 is better for combat. But yeah, Python is an excellent ship. I have one.
Frameshift drive charging.
Very happy with it. But if you perhaps want to do combat, this is the slightly better ship compared to the Python. But it can't carry as much. So
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Okay. You had a python and anaconda, but you like the python the most. I can understand that. I can definitely understand that. Yeah, one of the things with the large ships in particular is, well, one of the things with the medium ships is you get to go to outposts, and they're actually quite interesting. Krait Mk2 is the added bonus for fighter bay, yeah. Very mobile and great weapon placements, yeah. It's better. It's a better combat ship than the Python is. But in terms of trade and mining and such like, I would say that the Python was better than the Krait Mk2. It can carry more. Simple as that. Ah, cool. Got some data off of that one. Yeah, but I do prefer the Krait for combat, and I do a lot of combat, so... It's also surprisingly decent passenger ship at the FSD rate, yeah. Yeah, indeed. That's where we go. All we got to do now is hand in the missions we've got without the police scanning us and realising we're carrying what is technically illegal cargo. And where we're going to have problems is here.
Orbital flight engaged.
Because there could well be police patrols. Silent running might be a possibility. What I would tend to do with the Krait is go with speed, but the added disadvantage of it's a planetary port. Speed doesn't always work well. Okay, so Federal Security Service are out there, but they're not pointed at me yet. Okay, there's another ship, so the Federal ship is...
Landing gear deployed.
You can't go back to your Python because you fell in love with the Phantom. I haven't tried the Phantom, but I do hear good things about it. I think the Phantom is a better explorer ship than either the Krait Mk2 or the Python. Certainly, because it's got the range. Right, looks like they're ignoring us. Cool. It's like the Krait Mk2 but smaller and faster.
Touchdown. Deploying ground
FSD's on a par if not better than the aspects. Nice. Very nice.
Racing events constitute
Right.
regulations.
Okay, let's hand these particular missions in. So what do I want here? I'll take the cash.
Incoming message.
The influence increase is the same. The reputation, I've got enough missions, it doesn't matter. The copy of the S-Packs makes it better for exploration. Yes. The ASP does have an excellent field of view. Agreed.
To suit all your needs.
Oh, now this is more attractive even though there's less cash because there's more influence for the Boop Brigade.
Ensure you have the correct plate number before
Right.
stock. Unauthorized docking may provoke
So we've got two other stations to hand in at. Okay. Phantom is a good explorer, can be engineered up to 50 light year jump range. That's nice, Sebro. Yeah. That's very nice. I have a Guardian FSD booster on another ship. I haven't got it on this one at the moment.
Landing coupler disengaged. Climb to exit
Simply
altitude
put,
when ready.
because I wasn't travelling very far, it wasn't necessary. Right, let's get out of here before we get scanned.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
Are we good? Right. Yeah, if you only do small jumps, indeed, it's not necessary. It takes up a valuable internal slot as well. Zebrov, thank you very much for that follow. It's greatly appreciated. Is there a way? There is indeed. Which is why it's an error, yes, but there is indeed. White Dwarf, but I'm far enough away that I shouldn't be getting that message. So as Marvin says, it's bugged. And we're slowly pulling away from the planet. There we go. Starting to pick up speed. Your only grumble with the game is the in-system travel time. Yeah, I can see why. I've got used to it. Speaking of bugs, has anyone had trouble pinning blueprints lately? I was pinning a few blueprints. I was pinning one blueprint with the cutter and that worked fine. But that was a couple of weeks ago, Marvin. So if you're thinking of sooner than that, then I haven't tried it. And it was only the one blueprint. In-system travel time, yeah, it can be a bit long sometimes. I've got used to it, but I can understand why it can be annoying. Having said that, I do make an effort not to jump into systems where I'm going to have lots of in-system travel time. System travel's a tough one. Subsystems are an absolute pain, but others it isn't too bad. Yeah, agreed. The problem is if you've not been to the system before, you don't know properly what you're walking into. I thought I pinned blueprints a few days ago, but I have to go back to the engineer. Okay. So maybe there is an error at the moment then. Yes, Twitch is very handy if you've got lots of in-system travel time. You can watch a stream while you do it. Very true. Problem is if you're the streamer and you're sat there going, God, it's going to be like 10 minutes. How do I keep people interested? You spent 50 to 55 minutes traveling the straight line to reach a destination. Yeah. And yeah, LHS 3447 is a pain. Indeed. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not just Hutton Orbital with the long travel time. There are others. At least Hutton Orbital is about the length of a standard feature film. Especially as it was the, yeah, LHS 3447, yeah, original starting system. That was fun. Yeah, you gotta say though, if a new player started off there and they actually left the starting system, they've probably got what it takes to handle the game. The Netflix app on Wintel is a great overlay, so oh, see, I'm spoiled. Multiple screens and a separate laptop. But that's kind of cool if you can have it all running on one screen.
Docking request granted.
Should be able to buy a module. Yeah. And we might get that. We might get that. I was very much the same, Marvin. I very rarely returned. Very rarely
Landing
returned.
gear deployed.
And yes, Sebroff, that would make sense. Once you're in a system, I think you should do the travel time. But it would be nice to be able to, particularly if the stars are really far apart, it would be nice to be able to say, actually, I don't want to jump in there. I want to jump in closer to there. And, you know, cut down my travel time.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
It's very handy. You can set up VLC to play over on top of the... Ooh! Those are the kinds of things I need to look into. Right, let's hand in these missions. And yeah, being able to pick your jumping point would be a great quality of life. Yep, I would agree with that. Right, so, assassination. Well, our reputation, we're almost full reputation anyway, so we'll take the cash. Assassination. Now in this case, because the influence is the same on them, I'm actually going to take the materials. The game does indeed have plenty of content to keep it interesting. Yeah. And we will do that donation. And these are the absolute best mission in many ways, so we will give them some bribe money. Like Raxela. Yes, Raxela is in here somewhere. Somewhere. Where, Lordy only knows. Okay. I believe FDev when they say it's there. And I think people are right when they say it's not the other side of the galaxy from the bubble. But yeah. You put in 500 hours and barely scratched the surface. Yeah. Yeah, there's so much of the game I've not done. I've not tried PvP really at all. That's a whole side of the game. And there's plenty of mission types and that where, frankly, I'm not that good at them. I picked the stuff I am good at for this today. Then, of course, there's FA off flying. A whole discipline on itself.
Drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
You convince Raxler's close to the bubble, but that's still a lot of stars. Yeah, I'd agree with you. Obviously, no one can say with a high degree of certainty, but if Raxler was known about before the more modern faster than light drives, which allow you to travel so much more quickly, it would make sense that it has to be close to the bubble. But given that we've explored less than 1% of the galaxy so far, that's still a lot of unexplored stars. So yeah. Don't know, maybe you could go into EDSM, bearing in mind that EDSM only covers the people who are feeding data into it. But go into there and get a list of all the unexplored star systems within 1,000 light years of the bubble. Instead, if we keep cracking on, I'm sure we'll find it in the next 4.5 million years. We worked it out. I mean, it's a vast, vast game. 400 billion star systems. Absolutely huge. Right. Yeah, you can't really. I think we worked it out as if one individual was doing it and they spent no more than 1 minute in every system, it would still take them 270,000 years to visit every star system in the game. I think we also worked it out that if the player base was doing it and maybe being a bit more reasonable, like for example not having to fly for 24 hours a day, which the 270,000 years requires, by the way, we would actually finish exploring all of the star systems at about the time we got to the 3300s. Okay, it depends on what parameters you put into the equation, but I think it might be more than that, but I would have to recheck my figures, I could be off. It's greater than your lifetime. Which is really quite cool.
Direct request granted. Landing gear deployed.
You're feeling a bit spry, give it a good crack. Well, you know, we've all got more time on our hands at the moment. Maybe we should just crack on. You know, maybe try and get up to 1% of the galaxy explored before all the quarantines lift. I don't think we could do it, but...
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Okay. So what do we want here? Influence is all the same, and we get some components there. So we'll take that one. Now, although I would like the components, the influence is the important thing for what we're doing today. So we take that. Be nice if you could land. Yes, it would be very nice if you could land on Earth-like planets. I'm hoping that the updates later this year include something big, maybe that. No, but it would be really interesting if we could manage before Elite stops being supported. But I think humanity is seeing more pressing. Yeah, it's got some more pressing issues right now, indeed. Someday, yep, someday. Right. So currently, let's just refresh my memory. Boop Brigade is at 11%. We'll have to see. There is a pending war state. There is going to be a conflict breakout. Okay. Right. Folks, thank you very, very much. Thank you, Avi, again for the raid. And thank you, folks, for hanging around. I hope you've enjoyed it. I will be back on with Elder Scrolls Online tomorrow at 2 PM. That's UK time. And I will be doing Elite Dangerous again next Wednesday night from, I'm going to say 7 PM next Wednesday. Again, that will be UK time. But thank you very much for watching. What we're going to do, I'll just check if he's still on. Yeah, we're going to go and raid another streamer called WK Jez. Who is a lot of fun, actually. And is also streaming Elite Dangerous. Speedo7, thank you very much for the follow, it's greatly appreciated. So I'm just going to I was typing that in the wrong box. Okay, this is good because Jez is just being raided by someone else, so this will be cool. Right folks, thank you very much, it has been a pleasure. And I hope to see folks again at some point in the future. I'm sure I will see you on AV's stream if nowhere else. But just bye for now.